Hello beautiful people. In today's tutorial I thought I'd show you me trimming my hair for the first time in 2 years. It's ridiculous how long it's been since I trimmed my hair. So I put my hair into twists, which I'll show you how I did that and what products I used, as well as how I trimmed each section. Now the reason why it's taken me so long for me to trim my hair is because A, I'm lazy, but B, because for the last 2 years until a few months ago I was living in Dubai and I rarely ever had my hair out. So I always had my hair in protective styles. I either had it in braids or twists for 6 weeks at a time, and then I take it out, and in the 2 weeks that I'd have it out of those braids I'd normally have my hair braided or twisted back and then put into a turban. Now I found that the combination of the two, the constant protective styles as well as having my hair covered from like the constant heat, because it is obviously very hot and dry in Dubai, meant that my hair grew so much. So what I found is that when my hair was in twists and in braids but with extensions and so on, when I take my hair out there really wasn't any breakage. My hair wouldn't be breaking that much. Overall the health of my hair was really good. I also think using henna in my hair had a massive impact as well. Now fast forward until now, I've been in New York for a month now, and I was in London for a month as well, and basically while I was there I had my hair out the majority of the time. I had my hair in braids for a few weeks, but the majority of the time my hair's been out. Now my hair's loved being out and it's been curly and great, but obviously I've been fighting humidity since being in New York, which has been real fun, but also I've just been manipulating my hair so much more than I ordinarily would. Obviously if my hair's used to being covered and not manipulated and just left in one style for 6 weeks at a time, to then constantly be washing it and brushing it and styling it and twisting it and braiding it and all of these different things, it's going to mean that the ends of my hair are going to show like my breakage. So I found that whereas before my hair wasn't breaking that much and I kind of got away with not trimming it for very long, within the space of the last 2 months my hair has really shown the effects of it not being trimmed for a while. So I've gone through it and I've put my hair into twists, which I'll show you, and I've trimmed each twist. I find that trimming my hair when it is in twists, can't even speak, trimming my hair when it is in twists is the easiest way to make sure that each section of hair is dealt with. Doing it in twists means that even sections at the back I can make sure that I have cut every single part, so there's no parts of my hair that have just kind of been left. It also means that as I'm twisting it I can feel as I'm twisting downwards where it's starting to get rough, where it's starting to get thinner, so parts of my hair that need to be trimmed off higher and so on, though the majority of my hair has only had about 1 inch taken off it. Either way, my hair feels a lot healthier and I'm really looking forward to seeing what the twist out will look like, which I'm sure I'll share with you. I'm sure I will share with you on Instagram. But I hope you enjoy this tutorial. It should show you how you can also look after your hair, how you can trim it easily. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a long time, but that's because I'm very thorough. You can do it in much bigger twists, but I like making sure that each individual section gets the care and attention that it needs, so that's completely up to you. Also, I've shared a few of my ideas on how you can avoid breakage at the front, especially if you are intending on keeping your hair in protective styles. I know that I am definitely going back to protective styles during the winter because I'm not going to be facing any form of cold outside of Dubai with my hair out curly. It's not happening. So yeah, I'll share a few insights into how you can keep your hair healthy and just how to trim it in general. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and yeah, I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Okay, before we get started, these are the products that I use in my hair. First of all, I used Jamaican black castor oil and gave myself a scalp massage. If you are finding that your hair is breaking at the front, if you're finding that your hair is thinning in certain areas, or if you've had a protective style that might have pulled out your hair, God forbid, you can use Jamaican black castor oil as a treatment onto your scalp. I've been using it on my eyebrows recently because I had a woman completely destroy them. That's a whole other story. So I really highly recommend this, and you can do that overnight. So just apply it on your scalp, give yourself a nice scalp massage, and it will surely help your hair to grow a bit quicker. I then used the main choice Heavenly Halo shampoo and conditioner. I wanted to use something that had protein in it, that said that it would fight breakage. The shampoo was quite nice. It made my hair feel clean without stripping it. The conditioner was really good. I didn't need to use a lot and it detangled my hair really nicely. I like the fact that they both contained that protein so that I knew that it was strengthening my hair, not just making it really soft. Then I used Camille Rose Naturals Oud Deep Conditioner. absolutely love this deep conditioner. It smells really nice, like marzipan, and it just makes my hair feel really, really soft. Now, I realised that it wasn't really a protein-rich product like the others were, so I teamed it up with a little bit of the Strengthen and Repair deep conditioner from the Jamaican Black Castor Oil range, my favourite range from Sheer Moisture. So I put that on top. The original plan was I was going to wash my hair out like about an hour or so after, but plans and life got in the way, so I just put it in a turban, washed it in the morning. I didn't want to put too much product in it, too much leave-in conditioner, so I'd normally jump towards the Jamaican Black Castor Oil leave-in. Problem with that is that it's quite thick, and I wanted to be able to feel my hair more. I wanted to be able to feel the ends, to feel any roughness, so I didn't want to coat my hair in leave-in conditioner. So instead, the Strengthen and Repair Anti-Breakage spray. This is nice. It's thinner than the leave-in conditioner. It claims that it stops your hair breaking by up to 70%. So I thought, why not? Again, we're trying to keep my hair strong. The whole point is to stop breakage. And then after that, the product that I decided to use as a styling product was the Curl Custard by Briogeo. I really, really liked using it. It's got a really creamy texture. And then what I liked as well is that it has rice amino acids in it. So again, as well as it being moisturising, it contains shea butter and so on. It also has that kick of protein to kind of strengthen and restore my hair. So I really enjoyed using all of these products together. I used my Tangle teaser to detangle my hair, a spray bottle from Target, a clip that was absolutely useless also from Target, and some scissors that I picked up from Target as well, and a hairband. So these are the things that I used. You don't need to get these specific things, but if you are finding your hair is breaking a lot, I do recommend that you start trying to incorporate more protein-rich products into your hair regimen. I also recommend using henna. I will be doing a henna tutorial hopefully in the near future, but that also helps my hair with breakage. But yeah, these are the products I used, and let's get started with the actual tutorial. Good morning. So as always, I've got my hair in my normal twists. I've got 1, 2 on top, 4 around the middle and 2 at the bottom. So we've got 8 all together, and I've got some water in a bottle here. It's cold water from the fridge, and it's also been filtered, which is always good. Right, so here's my hair now. What you can't see or what you can't hear or feel is when it gets down to around here, this all feels really rough. Now, I am not going to go crazy with this trim. I only intend to trim off a section, but you can already see there's parts of it that need to be trimmed more desperately than others. So what we'll do is, it's better for me to have it in smaller sections. If I was to trim this whole section altogether, there'd be parts that would be kind of ignored. So what I'm going to start off by doing is just separating it into 2. This can go up. Use this mighty fine massive clip. Separate this in half again. I'm going to use some of the product. It feels really creamy and smooth. Oh, it really does need to be trimmed. Okay, let's start twisting. Okay, right. So I twisted it. Hold the end. 1 finger. I think this will be a safe bet as well, Coil, and I'm just going to trim it off. So like you can see here, it's quite thin. Oh, come on, focus. It's quite thin. So this is probably like the straggly end. So I'm just going to twirl the end here, just to make sure it all locks together. There we have. Looks like a slightly healthier cow. Okay. Good start. Great. We're doing good. Good for time. Right, so I've already done the first section to 4 twists, giving it all an inch trim. So this is the next section. I just want to make sure it's a little bit more wet. Lovely. So let's start off by getting the bottom row. So this can all be clipped up. that. I'm just gonna trim about an inch. So there you go, that's my hair. You can already see that my hair was starting to break off, like it got thinner towards the end. So hopefully this cut will mean that my hair will all be a lot thicker to the end, which is what I'm looking for, rather than kind of getting thinner and scragglier. There's no point trying to hold it retaining length, even when your hair's breaking. Right, oh, this is taking a lot of time, but I know that I'm going through it thoroughly, which is always good. So this is my hair so far, let me show you. I've only got the last 2 sections to go. Okay, so this is quite a thick section, so I'm just going to use my finger to separate it so that we've got thinner chunks, like so. Starting with the very front, I use this much. Okay, the front is definitely shorter. You can see this is the front and this is the bottom. So let me just quickly trim the front, just in case when it comes to twisting it all the way to the end, this doesn't get trimmed. So I'll just cut a little tiny bit off, just there. Still. Alright, so that looks a little bit healthier. Just a little bit of advice. So my hair, as you can see at the very front, there's some breakage, but this is nothing compared to what it used to be when I first went natural, and also when my hair was relaxed. One of the main things that causes breakage right in the front, other than heat and all that stuff, is when you're styling your hair, you're doing these slick back styles, and just using gel, but using hard bristle brushes. Do that a little bit more. Yeah, hard bristle brushes, because it's just, you're just scraping the hair, and I find that that causes, like if I was to do that on a regular basis, buns and so on, like for a protective style, can be absolutely fantastic, but I try and avoid using a bristle brush as much as possible when it comes to styling my hair when it is in a bun. It can be really detrimental every day, applying more gel, scraping it back, because I assure you, if you keep doing that, as much as the lengths of your hair at the back might benefit from you not touching it and so on, the front will be problematic. Plus on top of that, I'm quite lucky. My hair at the very front is okay, like it's quite strong. Some people I know, when they get braids and twists, they find that their hair breaks a lot at the front. Let me tell you this, I know it's an uncomfortable conversation because you're talking to the person that's the most awkward person in the world. So sometimes you might be sitting in a hairdresser's chair and you feel too awkward to say anything when they're doing something you don't like. You should not be in pain when you're getting your hair braided at the front specifically. I know there's certain parts of my hair, I'm tender-headed, for example, around here, so I know that I've kind of just got to sit through it when it is feeling uncomfortable. There's a difference between feeling uncomfortable and feeling like your hair's being pulled out at the front. I had a awkward situation when I was in Dubai where I had the Fulani braids, goddess braids I think some people call them, and the centre part is too tight. It literally felt like in the middle that my scalp was being ripped into. So I told her, she's an amazing braider, but I was like, you can't leave it like this, like please loosen it, and she did, and I'm glad she did, because there's no way I would have been able to keep those braids in. And I've had experiences myself where when I had my hair in faux locks, which looked amazing, it was so heavy. I'm telling you, I had 11 bags of hair on my head. It was so heavy, specifically at the front. I cried because it was so uncomfortable. That's one embarrassing thing about it. But the second thing is that I actually ended up getting a little bald spot. It's just here, and it's really hard to see. but it's just a section of hair where there's like, or a section of my scalp where the hair just won't grow back, and you don't want that just for the sake of having a good style. If it doesn't feel comfortable, if your hair feels like it's being ripped out, if you get those red bumps around the edge, which is another thing I experienced when I used to get weaves, take it out. Take it out. Do not risk the health of your scalp, most importantly, but also break off your hair when you've got your hair in a protective style for the sake of keeping it looking nice, because it's irrelevant. It completely voids the point of having your hair in a protective style in the first place. Where possible as well, if you find that your hair doesn't take kindly to additional weight, then try and do protective styles without additional weight or extensions if you personally find that your hair is quite fragile or your scalp doesn't respond well to extra weight. Also, a turban is your friend. If you don't like the look of the protective style, if you think it looks silly, cover it. Your hair will love you for it. Watch my turban tutorial here. I am finally done. Let me just show you all the way around. You can see there's still bits of white in it, and what I want to do is just lay it down. I'm going to get in the shower and stuff as well, so what I'm going to do is just take some of my water, spray all over. Don't want to get it wet, just want to make it damp. Okay, so what I've done is I put my hair in a loose pony, just so it's all together. And I'm just going to tie it underneath with this satin scarf, and then tie it on top, just to keep it all smooth. Now, I don't want any bumps caused by that hairband, so let me just go in there and get that out. There we go, so it's all of my hair is in this section, and now because I'm having a shower, I'm just going to twist it up a little bit and tuck it in, like so, just to make sure that my hair stays out of place. I normally go to sleep like this as well. If my hair's in protective styles, I always wear a satin headscarf and try and cover it as much as possible. And if you've got your hair in braids, if you've got your hair in twists, whatever, it just keeps it in place a lot longer. So that is how I trim my hair. These are all of the little bits of hair that I cut off. You can see that it gets thinner at the end, so again, that just shows me that it had broken off a lot. Now my hair feels a lot healthier. I feel a lot less single strand knots. I also feel a lot less of the split ends and so on, and it just all seems to kind of be around the same length rather than being straggly or having bits that are longer than others. I highly recommend that you trim your hair when it is in twists, just to make sure that you cover all of your hair like this and ensure all of your hair has been trimmed effectively. Anyway, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching my tutorial. Bye.